As we are entering the new year here in 2025, the question has been arising by a lot of foreign nationals that are looking to move to Serbia. And the question arises is, how do I obtain Serbian citizenship once I move into Serbia? And there are many pathways to Serbian citizenship, but which one is right for you? Well, that is going to be determined by the pathways that we talk about in this video today. And today we will be talking about the various ways that you can obtain Serbian citizenship. Now, obtaining a second citizenship or second passport is a great option, especially for those that are looking to expand their travel destinations. Serbian passport and citizenship has become a very sought after pathway to getting entry into Russia, into China, without having to go through the visa programs that they have. So for myself, for example, I only had a Canadian citizenship up until I obtained my Serbian citizenship. And if I only had a Canadian passport, I would have to obtain a visa to both Russia, China, and some other countries that are out there, even though that the Canadian passport is much stronger than the Serbian passport. But that's not to say that the Serbian passport is not strong in itself either. Now, we here at Relocation Serbia do help our clients in various ways, either that's purchasing property, obtaining temporary residency, or even obtaining citizenship regardless of the path that they're going through. It could be through citizenship through descent, which we'll talk about in a moment. Well, it could be also through naturalization, which is something that we can help out also. But there's one way that we actually can help out in, and that is one way that not many people know that you can obtain citizenship. But we'll talk about that at the end of the video because it's not something that is very easily obtained. So let's talk about the various ways that you can obtain it by doing your own due diligence, by us helping you out here at Relocation Serbia. And the first and foremost way is the way that I obtained my Serbian citizenship is by descent. Now, there are some rules and regulations when it comes to obtaining your citizenship by descent. However, it's a pretty straightforward process. You have to fill out the correct paperwork. You can't just fill out any paperwork. You have to have correct paperwork from your parents, your great-grandparents, from certain registration office, your birth certificates, and so on and so forth. Some of the eligibility things that you have to look into is that you do it before the age of 23. That is typically what the Serbian government says that you have to do it by the age of 23. But of course, I'm well past the age of 23 and I was still able to obtain it. Now, in order to obtain it after the age of 23, there are things that you have to provide and show, which is, family relationships in Serbia, which I still currently have family here in Serbia from both my mother's side and my father's side, property ownership, which I own through my grandparents passing that down through the family, and of course, my parents' heritage. I am the first generation that was born outside of Serbia, and so both my parents were from Serbia, and I was able to obtain it that way. Now, if you're someone that is a second or third generation, that has been born outside of Serbia, that does not mean that you will not be able to obtain it. Everything's worth a shot. You don't know what the decision will be from the Serbian government in order to, give you that citizenship. We know people that were born in former Yugoslavia, that were born in, say, Croatia, and they were able to obtain it in their 40s afterwards. Yes, did they have to denounce their Croatian citizenship? Yes, that's something that they had to do, but it was important for them to obtain it, their Serbian citizenship, which was able to be done. We know some clients that have been able to get it even though they were born in Bosnia in former Yugoslavia. Did they have to cross the border into Bosnia to get certain paperwork? Yes, but they were able to get that afterwards as well. The first question that you should ask to your parents is, are you registered in the Serbian registry? If you are, that's going to make things a lot easier as well. However, I was not registered, even though that my parents attempted to. They paid to have me registered, but because of the bureaucracy here in Serbia, of course, that never ended up going through. But regardless of the fact, I was still able to apply for it. And so the paperwork that we can help you with at Relocation Serbia is a simple process. Collect the correct documents, fill out the correct paperwork, submit it, and then you typically get an answer between 2 and 3 months back from the police station. Once you get that, resolution of what they've decided, which is most of the times that you get it, then it's time to go apply for your lična karta, and then it's time to apply for your Serbian passport as well. Both of those things have fees associated with that, and you have to go in for your photos and set appointments. And again, that's something that we can do here if you're not comfortable doing it yourself. We've had clients that tried on their own for 10 months. They spoke the language and they were given the wrong information by various lawyers, and then they ended up coming to us, the correct paperwork, and moving forward with that. And this is an individual I'm talking about who was actually born in Serbia, who left Serbia for 30 years and then came back. So he even had his registration number and everything, and he still had a pretty good long process doing it on his own. But if you're someone who is ambitious and looking for a good time, trying to do it on your own is always welcoming on our part. And so once you obtain that, you're ready to go, and your passport is good for 10 years. The second option is, of course, citizenship by birth. So if you are a foreigner coming into Serbia and you have a child born in Serbia, they will give you the option of, do you want your child to be, a citizenship of your home country, or do you want them to be a citizenship of Serbia? That is something that you are able to do, and something that we did for our son. He was born here while I was still trying to obtain my citizenship. My wife was a foreigner, and we gave him Serbian citizenship first, and then we obtained Canadian citizenship for him as well. That way he, before the age of 1, he was able to have dual citizenship, which sets him up beautifully for his future. The third one, and the most sought after one that many individuals do that do not have ties to Serbia, is citizenship by naturalization. Now, this is a much longer process in obtaining Serbian citizenship, but again, it's something that is very common among foreigners. And so the eligibility requirements of that is to first obtain temporary residency, have temporary residency for 3 years. And once you have that, then you need to apply for permanent residency, and you have to have at least 3 years of uninterrupted permanent residency in Serbia. There may be a language proficiency test as well, and there's going to be also evidence of integration into Serbia that you're going to have to provide. So this could be either employment within Serbia, property ownership, family ties, community involvement. All these things will strengthen your application process to obtain Serbian citizenship here by naturalization. Now, this is typically going to apply to those that are looking to purchase property in Serbia, and we've been getting, very overwhelmed by the number of people coming into Serbia and taking on our services to purchase real estate here, and then obtaining temporary residency, and then once they come into to the time to switch over to permanent residency, we will help them with that application, and then as well with Serbian citizenship by naturalization. Now, this naturalization process as of now stands like this, but this is always subject to change. The government always change, not always, but from time to time has changed the ways that they want to naturalize individuals into Serbia. That's something we at Relocation Serbia stay on top of, so that you don't have to try and figure out what is current, what is past, and what is coming up in the pipelines, because you can go into Facebook groups, you can go onto various social media platforms, and there's going to be every person out there that's going to give you their opinion and their understanding of what the law stands. And they could be right, they could not be right, and it's always good to get actual factual information firsthand and up-to-date current information, so that you do not have to do the running around that a lot of people have been doing in Serbia. Now, the final part that I was talking about is a way that you're able to obtain Serbian citizenship, but not through birth, not through citizenship, and not through descent either. That is by exceptional contributions. And that is simply that you have done something so great for the country that the government will contact you personally and grant you citizenship instantly. You do not have to be a current resident here, either temporary or permanent. You can be simply a foreigner, and you can obtain that citizenship. There's an individual that has been visiting Serbia for now, I believe, 12 years. He has a YouTube channel. His name does not come to mind right now. It's something Cather. I'll look for his YouTube channel and drop it in the description of this video so you can check him out. He's been in Serbia now for 12 years and just finally obtained Serbian citizenship without even applying for it, simply because of his contributions towards the country. And so some of the ways that you can do this is through cultural contributions. You can be an artist, a writer, a musician. You can have economic contributions. So you can be a business investor that creates significant economic opportunities and jobs in Serbia. You can be an innovator that introduces new technologies to industries here in Serbia. You can do scientific contributions, sports contributions, and humanitarian contributions as well. These are some of the ways that people have. It's not something that is very common or actually put out into the media. But if you're coming into Serbia looking for that citizenship, going through these processes, temporary residency, permanent residencies, are an option. But if you maybe want to speed up the process and get that citizenship sooner than later, try and make a big impact when you come into this country. The Serbian government does recognize individuals that do this type of work. Now, a lot of questions arise also is if Serbia allows dual citizenship. Yes, Serbia does allow dual citizenship. For the most part, you will not have to give up your previous citizenship. The only time you'll have to do that is if your current country does not allow you to obtain dual citizenship, or if, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, is if you are, for instance, coming from Croatia and you're looking to obtain Serbian citizenship, that comes back down to the bureaucracy, and they may ask you to give up that citizenship as well. But for the most part, you will not need to give up any of your other citizenship. And so those are the main ways and the ways that you can obtain citizenship here. So we help in all aspects of these processes that I just talked about. If you're interested in contacting us and helping you with these various pathways, feel free to book a consultation in with us. If you got some value from this video, please hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe if you have not subscribed to this video, and hit that bell notification so that you can get notified when I drop more videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.